A unique trade idea I want to discuss right now from Clutch Points, sometimes good, sometimes bad, but I like this one. It was intriguing. Between Andy Isabella going from the Arizona Cardinals to the Minnesota Vikings. And I actually think, whether it's Isabella or even a Keyshawn Johnson, a Cardinals-Vikings swap could make some sense at wide receiver. Arizona is fairly deep right now. They have plenty of options at the position. The Vikings are a bit thin behind the dynamic duo of Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen. Isabella was a former early-round pick taken before DK Metcalf. Oops. But he hasn't lived up to expectations. Last year was Isabella's best season, and the results were still not that great. 21 catches for 224 yards, 2 scores. 2019 in more games, again, 9 catches, 189 yards, 1 score, had an 88-yard touchdown catch. But Isabella, who I liked a lot coming out of UMass, he profiled to me as he could be a deep threat. I kind of want to play him in the slot. And the end result, unfortunately for Isabella, is he hasn't been great at either. He has not been a good ball tracker. That was a major problem last year on some deep shots. And he hasn't become a good enough route runner to thrive in the slot. So now it's like, oh, wait, what do I do with Isabella? I'm hoping he can become a better deep threat, but for Arizona, they got some options at that position. Now we'll get to that in a second, but first the Minnesota side of it. That 1-2 punch of Thielen and Jefferson is one of, if not the best, dynamic duo, the best receiving grouping in the NFL. It's elite. It is awesome. Wide receiver 3, which admittedly the Vikings don't use that heavily, is Chad Beebe, Bisi Johnson, rookie Amir Smith-Marset, who's actually kind of like Andy Isabella a little bit. If the Vikings, God forbid, were to lose Thielen or Jefferson, this receiving core is bad. And they're going to use multiple tight ends and a fullback, and they're not going to use that many wide receiver 3 looks. And even when they do, it's probably not going to go to that guy through the air. But wide receiver 3 is a question mark position right now for me, and I think it should be for Minnesota as well, which is why Arizona is a logical trade partner. Because, yes, Arizona on the other end of the spectrum runs more 4 receiver sets than almost any team in the NFL. They've got depth here. DeAndre Hopkins. They went out and they acquired A.J. Green in free agency. They drafted Rondale Moore. Christian Kirk's probably going to play some slot this year. That leaves Andy Isabella, I think, at best as kind of the wide receiver 5 role. And maybe even Keyshawn Johnson beats out Isabella. Will they carry 6 receivers? Maybe, but you could get by with a Whitney or somebody else or a different free agent altogether at wide receiver 6. So what do you guys think? Get your votes in for me. Let's say Isabella was with like maybe a 5th or a 6th at best round pick. Who says no to that potential trade? Type V for the Vikings or C for the Cardinals.